So this is my second time recording this video because my footage got corrupt. Yay! But this is an updated room tour. A while back, I did one. Take a look at it. And then I did another one later. And then I did a room transformation, which this video didn't do very well view-wise. But I recommend going and watching it for some motivation and just tips on how you can organize. But yeah, so here's just an overview of the room, and let's get started with the tour. So first we have this wall here. This is where I keep all the ingredients that I use for the products I sell on my Etsy shop. So we've got some cetyl alcohol, Rita moles, glycolic acid, some other stuff, Silagel. These are mainly powders. We've got fragrances and flavor oils I use for my business. Just some like vitamins, baobab, aloe vera powder. It's all just kind of random, but it's organized in my mind. Here are all my extracts. And I just made these little labels for them because, you know, it saves room storing them that way. And the labels are there, so I don't really know what the ingredient is, so I just put a little label there. Makes life easier. I got some foaming apple. These are mixing bowls I use for my body scrubs, and they are sanitized on the inside, and then I just put some plastic wrap over top to keep them clean. Kind of weird, but it works. Essential oil I use for my business, lye solution, some random stuff. Mica powders I use for my business. These I do not. They're just kind of random other coloring powders that I use for like YouTube and stuff. This is just a random shelf I use. Trust me, it's normally full all the time. This is my sanitation station, which I'm actually sanitizing stuff right now. I will link down below to really anything that you're wanting to know that's in here, like in this room. I will link it down below. So I'll have these drying racks linked down below, these silicone mats. I also, by the way, I got this table at IKEA. It's not really the best for, you know, having in a workshop because it's not water safe. So it's definitely going to get ruined over time. But you know what? I had it and I wasn't using it for anything else, so let's reuse it in here, right? But yeah, these are beakers that need sanitized. Then right here is, this is like what everyone used to be obsessed with, skincare refrigerators. I don't really feel like people talk about them much anymore, but I use it to store my ingredients that need to be refrigerated. So Regu HPF, some vitamin C, stuff like that. I'll link to that below. And then underneath here, we have these plastic storage containers you can get from like Walmart, Target. I'm not going to go through them just because it's mainly just junk. I'll go through a couple things. Like this is where I keep my saran wrap and aluminum foil. This is where I keep all my pipettes. And these are my seals that I use for my business. And then my gloves. Oh my gosh, look at these. They're cactuses, or cacti, I guess. And then this is my sanitizing tablets that I use to sanitize my equipment. I'll link to that below. And the rest is kind of just junk that I don't actually use for my business. But yeah, so that is that whole wall. I used to keep the products that I sell, which are over here now, on the shelf, if you remember the last room tour. But it makes so much more sense just keeping the ingredients I use for my business. So I can just work right here at my table. Just easily turn around and grab what I need. It's made life so much easier. So let's move to this corner. Here's my famous pink cart. I use this all the time. I love this. I'll link it below. This is a trash can, but I use it for something else. One of you guys actually told me about this tip, and I just keep packing material in it. So when I receive stuff in the mail, like I do almost every day, since I buy a lot of stuff online, I get a lot of packing material. And I just keep it and reuse it for my business, because why not? And then I got some packing peanuts on the bottom. Here we've just got some pumps and caps for like bottles and jars and stuff for my business. Tissue paper, crinkle paper. This is my bubble wrap alternative. It's like an eco-friendly alternative. I buy it from Amazon. I'll link to it. And honestly, I really like this stuff, okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm going to continue using it, but it is harder to use than bubble wrap because you have to actually cut it with scissors, which is time consuming, and it's just not as like neat, but it's eco-friendly, so that's good enough for me. More packing peanuts. I take this container and this container out in my living room when I pack my orders. Makes it easier. Shipping scale, boxes. These are boxes here, here, and here. Those are all boxes that I get from USPS.com for free. I'll link down below to a video where I go in depth about shipping boxes, all the ones I use. I'll link to that down below. These are my smaller shipping boxes. These are the ones I buy on Amazon. I'll link to those down below. But I highly recommend watching that video all about packing orders where I talk about all the boxes. So much information is in there. These are the boxes I buy on Amazon, the white ones. They're the larger boxes, and I use those to ship my orders. Let's move on to this shelf. As you can see, this is where I keep all of my products for my business. And then here and here are all just kind of like extra ingredients that I don't use in my business, but I use on YouTube a lot. I have them somewhat organized. I'll go through them. These are foaming surfactants, anionic, amphoteric, non-ionic, foaming surfactants, any of them. These are thickeners. So like Garacat, Crothix. Ooh, these little things, I love these. I got these from Walmart. These are ingredients that I specifically bought to like use in my hair, or they're cationic. So like this is great for bleach damaged hair, which is me. Hi. Oat protein, volumizing complex, stuff like that. We got extracts that I don't use for my business. So like turmeric extract, papaya enzyme. I mean, that's an enzyme, not an extract, but same thing. This shelf is kind of random. It's got like ferulic acid, some blueberry essence, very random. These are oil-soluble extracts and non-ionic emulsifiers, even though this clearly is not either of those, so whatever. These are all ingredients I specifically bought to use in lip products. Just to name a few, got some natural wax jelly, got some jojoba gel. Up here we have coloring for lip products. A lot of them were sent to me from TKB. But I got some from Making Cosmetics as well. Haven't even used that. Up here is honestly just really random stuff. We got some menthol crystals, polysorbate 80, got castor oil right here. Right here, this is organized. These are silicones and emollient esters. These are waxy emulsifiers. These right here are waxy emulsifiers. That's a co-emulsifier, I believe. And then, cationic emulsifiers. So it's kind of a mess, but it's organized in my mind. I needed to squeeze everything together to make more space, basically. Oh, up here is just ingredients I recently bought that I still need to experiment with. Up here, we got like some lye, salt. Right there is clays. These are exfoliants. That's not sugar, coffee, or salt. This whole shelf, besides right here, these are all ingredients I use for my clay masks for my business. These are fragrance oils, essential oils that I don't use for my business. Waxes, butters, more butter, charcoal powder. These are some actives I have right here. This container right here, I store all my sanitized beakers, which not many are sanitized right now. Sanitized immersion blender. This is a big container of shea butter I use for my business. Big container of salts. Back here is my container of coffee, and then this is the refill since I'm almost out. Got some distilled water. This right here is actually just a big box filled with like 30, I know the box is clearly broken, but whatever. This is a 35-pound like container of glycerin. It's like really soft and like wiggly. I don't know how to explain it. And then over here is sunflower oil, and you put like spigots on here to pour them out. And I just buy those and fill up like gallon jugs I have, and then, you know, use the stuff through the gallon jug. I hope that makes sense. This is just overflow ingredients. So ingredients for my business that I'm almost out of, and this is the backup I have of them. Now right here, these are bottles and jugs and stuff that I bought to sell my products in bulk. So if you didn't know, all of the items that I sell on Etsy, besides my Zodiac Cleanser, Solar Serum, and then Full Moon Serum, everything besides those three are available for wholesale, private label, or bulk. So private label is when you buy my products without labels. So, you know, they'll come like this, no labels. So you can apply your own labels and sell them under your brand. Or if you want, you can buy them by the jug or by the jar. Sorry, ignore that ring light. And you can just jar them up in whatever container you would like in case you don't like the containers I use. And that just recently launched. So if you want to buy in bulk, message me on Etsy. If you want to buy private label, I do have some listings on Etsy with like some of my items, like my Rosie line, my Jade line, and my Hello line all have listings on my Etsy shop, so you can buy private label like instantly without having to message me. I'm working on getting every other product up on my shop, but it takes me a lot of time to take photos, edit the photos, and then create the listings, especially since I have everything else to do. And you can buy any of the face washes in bulk right now by just going to my shop. You don't have to message me for those. Those are the jugs and stuff. This up here is just an empty shelf I keep for when I make wholesale orders. So if someone's buying like 20 face washes, I'll keep what I have made up here until everything's ready and then ship it out. That's a thing of emulsifying wax and F I bought. It's just chilling back there. These are empty containers I'll like to put some of my ingredients in. So like if I buy new Silagel or something, I'll put it in one of these. This is a just more Rita-Emulse SCG I bought. It comes in these nice 5-gallon buckets. So if you buy 5 pounds of Rita-Emulse SCG on Formulator Sample Shop, you'll get a free 5-gallon bucket, and I keep all those. Up here, we just got some experiments I was doing, ignore those, and then all like my props for like my videos and photo shoots and stuff. Here is a cabinet. And by the way, when I first started formulating, this is all I had for storage. Yeah, came a long way. This is just random stuff I use from time to time. Don't need to go into the details. These are some humectants. This is a large batch of Rosie face wash I made, as you can see. That's an eye cream, but Rosie face wash is definitely my best-selling product. I sell so much of it. I like to let my face washes sit for a couple days before I bottle them up, just to let all the air and bubbles out of them. These two shelves, I use these for my business. These are surfactants, and we got some oils, another surfactant, some hydrosols and witch hazel, and some glycerin back there. And that's not dirty, I promise. It's just stained from oils and stuff. Everything's clean. All right, now moving on to the center of my room, which is where I formulate everything. So I bought both of these tables on Amazon. I'll link below. And it just makes sense for me to have them in the middle of the room since I do record. And I finally rearranged them to where it doesn't hurt my back to record videos anymore. Thank God. But I'll set up my tripod right here. Tripod will go over top. And I record my videos here. And this just gives me extra surface space over here. This is an overhead mixer. It's a really cheap, crappy overhead mixer. I don't recommend it. But it does get the job done. And if you're on a budget, it will get the job done. I'll link to it below, but again, I don't recommend it, but I'll link to some other nicer, more expensive ones that I've never tried, but I imagine would be better than this one. So what I love about these tables is the storage they have underneath as well. I bought these from Walmart, and I keep all of like my mixing utensils in here, spoons and stuff, pipettes. This is some rubbing alcohol I keep in a spray bottle, pH meter, and you always want to keep your pH meter sitting upright. So I just use this beaker that actually has a crack in it. Paper towels, obviously. I bought this like little table thing at Walmart. Great place for organizing stuff. Some towels, obviously. Scale, this is what I use when I make products for my business, but you'll probably see me use the scale a lot in my videos, so yeah. Oh, in here I just keep gloves and towels, really. That's it. And then in there has all of my formulas, so we're not opening that. Over here is my distilled water I use when I'm formulating. This is filled with my watch glass and just like little bowls I use sometimes when I make videos. I get questions about those a lot, so I'll link below. This is just a basket filled with temperature gun, immersion blender, an old pH meter, cute trash can. Oh, this is my hand mixer. That's what's in there. But yeah, so there's all that. Over here, we have this little table that looks like an ironing board, kind of, that I got at Walmart. And I just put this stovetop that I got on Amazon on top of it. And these are just the pans I use for my water baths. A window with my fake plants and loud cars outside. And then We have another shelf here, and this obviously, as you can see, has all my containers. So we got containers for my business, 1 ounce jars, 2 ounce jars, ½ ounce bottles, 1 ounce bottles. You get the gist. These are jars for bulk orders. These are sanitized containers for bulk orders, for orders I'm currently working on. This is a container with barely any glycerin left. So that's why it's over here. Because the new full one is over there like I showed you earlier, but this one's almost gone. So it's chilling there. Ooh, this guy right here. This is, I've gotten questions about this. This is my tripod that I use for making TikToks and stuff. Anytime I record anything with my phone, I use this. I love how it's bendy. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it below. Okay, and obviously this is my closet, but first let's take a look inside here. Another trash can. Wow. But it's not actually a trash can. I keep crinkle paper in it. Fun. Ooh, in my renovation room video I did, actually showed me installing these shelves, which, whew, game changer. So much more storage. We've got like some boxes filled with like 4 ounce bottles and stuff down here that I didn't want to put on this shelf because this shelf really shouldn't be carrying that much weight that I currently have on it now. And those still need sanitized anyways, so, you know, they're fine chilling there instead of on a shelf, right? These are just like all of the boxes that I use for my products I sell on my Etsy shop. They're all in like their rightful boxes labeled so I know which the boxes are for. This is a 35-pound jug of rose hydrosol. Ooh, a bunch of sugar too to replace the sugar I'm almost out of. This is crinkle paper. That's more crinkle paper. This is like plastic bottles and stuff that I use occasionally. Bunch of crap back there I use occasionally. A bunch of 5-gallon buckets from Formulator Sample Shop from buying Rita Mul's SCG that I'm gonna use one day. And then more jars back here. And then yeah, just a bunch of stuff that I need storage. Isn't really exciting. All right, so moving to this last shelf here. As you can see, these are all my containers, and these are all sanitized, so that's why they're in these plastic containers. I bought these plastic containers from Walmart, in case you're wondering, and once like I take things from over here, I'll sanitize them here, and then they go in their rightful containers. That's how the process goes. Then in this corner here, we have my apron, hairnets, tripod, and a random stool that comes in handy. And then that brings us back to the entrance. This is my door with some ugly trimming. I'm sorry, no time to explain why it's that way, but that's just the way it is in this room, okay? But I'll link below on Amazon to where I got this storage caddy thing, because this was genius for me, because this door was just serving no purpose. I'm like, you're a door, yes, but you need to have more of a purpose. Now it's a storage. Got my paper towels, I completely forgot what they were called. Got some gloves, obviously, rubbing alcohol, hand sanitizer, pH buffer solution, some Sharpies, and also dry erase markers. If you didn't know, you can actually take dry erase markers and then write on your beakers and they just wipe off. So like while you're formulating, if you're making a bunch of things, you can label them with this. More rubbing alcohol, respirator, no time to explain, sodium hydroxide. Yeah, that brings us back around. So that's about it. But yeah, so I apologize if this room tour felt rushed, but that's because it kind of was. This is the second time I am recording it because the footage got corrupt. Yay! And this video isn't even what I was planning on posting today, but I haven't posted in 3 weeks, so I'd really like to post a video today. So this is the video you guys get. I hope you guys still enjoyed. Hope you got some tips. Yeah, this is actually my favorite area. I don't know why, I like this area. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Talk to you next time.